I am just about ready to get in bed with Joan. And I mean that. I really am ready because it's something that I actually have thought about in the past. I'm not kidding.
Hi, I'm Joan Rivers, the name of the show, In Bed with Joan. Let's get right to it. Let's see who's coming out of my closet right now. Hello?
Hello? Hello?
Oh, it's Jason Biggs.
Hi,
All
Joan.
right.
Hi.
Oh, my gosh. Hello. How nice to have you here.
Nice to be had.
All right.
This is comfy bed.
Yes, very nice. And look at your pretty shoes.
Thank you. Am I okay to have my shoes in bed with Joan?
Absolutely.
Okay.
Absolutely. I think,
right.
yeah. No dog poo, yes.
Yes. No.
So, first off, I'm sitting here, and I was told over and over again that you're Roman Catholic. You're Roman Catholic.
Yeah.
And yet I've never played a Roman Catholic. You play Jews.
Yeah, almost exclusively. If it hasn't been said that my character is Jewish, it has at least been implied.
Did you find this growing up in school, that people thought you were Jewish? Was it something
No.
you did? Did you try to get, like, bargains?
That's funny.
Yeah.
My family always liked a good bargain. And I'm not entirely convinced yet that my mother didn't have an affair with a rabbi or something. The town moil, something. Something happened. But no, it's funny. Where we grew up. It was mostly Italian Catholics. I mean, it was like Italian.
Which was where?
Small town across the Hudson from the city called Hasbrook Heights in Bergen County. It was Italians. It was a little bit of Irish. But mostly Italian working class people with names like, Joey Peripato and Matthew Ingenito and Vic D'Amico. These are friends of mine that I grew up with and am still friends with today. Only because their names are so cool, because then I get to share them like in interviews like this.
Great names.
They were really shitty people. I don't really like them. I just love their fucking names. And so there were only 2 Jews in our town, or at least in our school. And man, we hated them. Oh man, we just gave them so much shit. No, so I let it be known early on that I was not one of them.
Right.
I mean, yeah, I was like, don't let this fool you guys,
But you, very early on, were a child actor.
Yes.
How did that happen?
The story goes, my older sister, 6 years my senior, she was, when we were kids, she was in this dance group in Jersey, and they were like a traveling kind of quasi-successful dance group or something. And a lot of the girls, their moms started taking them into the city to get agents and managers, et cetera, et cetera. My sister did the same. My mother took her in. And then when I was 5, I guess the manager called and was like, hey, would you take Jason in? Would Jason be interested? And that was it. I started at 5.
When did you then, you went Broadway and then you got into a soap opera? I mean,
That's right.
His career is amazing. I mean, it's a real actor's career from the very beginning.
Thank you.
Because people don't really, I think they all sort of got to know you with American Pie.
Sure, yeah.
But there was so much before American Pie.
There was, yeah.
You were in what, Not As the World Turns?
That's right. It was As the World Turns.
It was As the World Turns.
It was As the World Turns, and I did that for about a year.
When did you leave? Did you have the courage to go back into theater or back into television? Because to leave a paying job for an actor is almost suicide.
So I've never left a job. Have I ever left a job? I've never left a job on my own.
So they fired you?
They fired me from As the World Turns, and this is great.
Thank God, because you would still be there.
You know what? Yeah, I would still be there. So they let me go, and I was 16. I mean, we're 15, and it's a hard thing. I mean, that's a tough, get called into the office of the executive producer, 15 years old, getting let go from a soap opera. It's not what a normal 15-year-old gets to experience. And then the Daytime Emmy nominations came out. And yours truly was the only actor from As the World Turns nominated that year. What's up, Joan?
All right,
yeah.
and
fuck you, As the World Turns,
yes,
right?
all right.
And then, it was the right thing for me, because then I got to, it was at that point I was now a sophomore in high school, and I had between Broadway and then I was a TV show in LA before that. Basically, from 7th grade to sophomore year, I was working, and it was great, but I had like no friends. I had no friends. I was a loser, no girlfriend, hadn't kissed a girl. I mean, it was like, you know.
American Pie really made you a star, you know, and it was all about, we all know, making out with the pie.
Mm-hmm.
And I understand that because I had a wonderful summer once with a gefilte fish. So, do people stop
I've had that
you?
as well, by the way. But I'm not known for that.
You're not, well, no,
Yeah.
too Jewish.
Yeah, exactly.
Do people stop you? Are you getting sick and tired of people saying, hey, what kind of pie, or who'd you have today? I mean, it's never going to leave you.
It's never going to leave me.
Yeah. It's a great way and a bad thing. It's a great thing and a bad thing.
Absolutely. It definitely is. It has been a wonderful, wonderful thing for me on so many levels. But what you're talking about, the getting recognized and the comments and
And
the
it's
people.
always going to be the comment on the pie. I mean,
Yeah.
that's the first thing people talk about.
Absolutely. And it's less that it doesn't annoy me so much. It's just that I've heard it all. So when I get a comment, it's coming from someone who thinks it's the most clever thing in the world because it's their only time encountering me and it's their first time. And for them, it is the wittiest, most clever, most amazing joke in the comment in the world. And for me, I barely hear you.
Do you get things like waiters saying, I guess you'll have the pie?
I've gotten that. I've
Yeah.
gotten pies sent to me.
Pie.
Here's the interesting thing about that. I love it because I fucking love pie. And it definitely, for a while, and still, to an extent, a large extent, affects the jobs that I get. I mean,
I was just going to ask you.
There is a big, without a doubt. So for me, that's really the issue at play. But fast forwarding a little bit, the show I'm working on now, Orange is the New Black, I really feel, you know, I'm very grateful to Jenji Kohan, who's the creator of the show, because I feel like she did, you know, I'll say take a chance. Insofar as, you know, if you ask her, she's the sweetest. She's like, what do you mean? You're great. You were the guy. You're the
Right.
guy. You're terrific. You
Right.
have layers and all this stuff that I'm like, oh my God, you're so sweet. I know. That's what I always thought, but everyone just thinks I fuck pies, you know?
Right. How has it opened up your world now, this part?
This is the first time since American Pie, 15 plus years ago, where I've seen a dramatic shift. You know, I was in, we were in the breastfeeding store the other day, and, you know, the women, there was all women in there, and they were much older, and they got all giggly, and, you know, and I was like, oh, I could tell when, you know when someone recognizes you, and they're kind of doing the thing, and I'm like, there's no way this woman saw American Pie. And sure enough, she comes up to me and she's like, I just want to tell you, we just love Orange is the New Black. But then followed it with, and this has been the other interesting thing about Orange, because I play a character that, frankly, is not very well liked. And so people get a bit heated about it.
Is there anything you're sorry for? We do a section on the show called I'm Sorry. Is there something in your life which seems to have been a very good life that you are sorry for? Is there someone that you want to look into our camera and say, I'm sorry?
I guess I'd like to apologize to Scott Smith. We grew up together. We were in first grade, and we were out in the playground. I cannot think of a reason why I did this, but I had the impulse. He was running full speed, and it was all asphalt, to stick my foot out and trip him. And he went down, and he went down pretty hard. It was kind of one of those things where I got away with it.
So would you like to say
And
to
I'd like
Scott?
to say one more thing about Scott Smith.
Uh-oh.
And this is true.
Right at him.
Scott Smith, about 2 years ago, in my small hometown where I grew up, murdered his best friend, stabbed him in the back. I swear to God, killed him, his best friend, over drugs, had a fight about drugs and money, and killed his best friend. You know, I wasn't still friends with him,
Do
obviously,
you
but
think
that's what I'm saying, Joan. That's
you
exactly
think
what I'm saying, Joan.
that-
Yes, do I think I made him a murderer? Yes, that's what I'm saying. I mean, I don't know for sure, but that's what I'm wondering.
Say no more.
You think it too?
I immediately.
Oh, shit.
Immediately. Scott, we're both apologizing.
I'm so sorry, Scott.
It's a biggie and you gotta live with it. However, on the alternate side of the street, we do another part here in the program, which we call Sit on It and Rotate.
Okay. So when I was 16, I got my first job because I worked jobs apart from acting, but I worked at Subway. I was a sandwich artist. Yes, I was, and a damn good one. And 2 brothers owned Subway, and then there was a sister of theirs that also owned it, but she was never around. She was more a silent partner, I guess. And we were like joking around, and I thought, you know, being like I was with the brothers, I thought it was sort of that kind of thing, playful thing going on and whatever. And she like said something to me, and I like looked back at her and I was like, blow me. And she goes, you're fired, get out.
So right to her.
So anyway.
What was her name, do you remember?
I don't fucking remember. Fuck her. You know what, lady, owner of Subway that fired me for saying blow me, guess what? Blow me.
Very good.
I got a laugh from upstairs.
Yeah.
Now, Melissa, come.
Play a little game here.
Mm-hmm.
Live or die.
Mm-hmm.
You know the basic rules. Gonna give you 2 things, people, places, whatever. 1, gone forever.
Oh, I
The
actually
other
don't
one
know that.
gets 2. It doesn't take that. It's not that hard to follow.
Okay, Jesus, Melissa. Fuck.
She's on her own.
Man.
Okay, and we have some special ones for you specifically. We'll start with the easy one.
Okay.
I feel so cheap asking this one. Cake or pie?
See, it never fucking ends.
Never ends.
Never ends.
And I honestly didn't think I was being clever. I thought I was just going to give you an easy one.
Unbelievable. No, I'll answer it.
Okay.
I'll answer it. Don't you? That actually is a tough question because I have a very sweet tooth. Mm-hmm. And it depends on the cake and it depends on the pie, frankly. But if you're going to be broad like this and not get specific with the question, you know, I'd go pie. I would go pie. And
it was obvious. It had to be said.
I do like to fuck the pies. So anyway, what's your next question?
Okay. Tara Reid or Lindsay Lohan?
You know, Lindsay Lohan.
Stays? Really?
Yeah.
Why?
Well, she's got nice boobs. She really does. Lindsay's got nice boobs. Tara's body, I don't know what's going on with it. I don't think she ever knows what's going on with it.
And Lindsay does?
Lindsay doesn't know what's going on with Tara's body either. No one knows what's going on with Tara's body. Okay?
Thank you, sir. Jason Biggs, thank you so much. This was great. This was great. And would you do us the honors of clapping us out?
We have the clap.
Yes, of course.
Would you do us the honors?
Yes. Good night. We're going to get kinky. Hey, Jason again. I just finished being in bed with Joan, and, you know, it was everything I expected and then some. I mean, the woman still got it. The woman still got it.
I'm very upset because I just did the show with Jason Biggs, and I forgot to tell him he's in Orange is the New Black, and I have a wonderful show I wanted to pitch to him. Black is the new Kardashian. Let me know who you'd like to see in bed with me. You can do it by sending me a message on Facebook or Twitter.